First, China hits back against President Trump's tariffs with tariffs of their own. The U.S. goods that could be affected and what it means for you. Good evening. I'm Jessica Moore.
Welcome back. I'm Christine Johnson. China did announce retaliatory tariffs on some American imports and an antitrust investigation into Google.
It all comes as President Trump's new tariffs on Chinese products went into effect at midnight. Alice Gaynor reports on what goods could soon get more expensive.
Beginning next Monday, China says it's implementing a 15% tariff on coal and liquefied natural gas products, a 10% tariff on crude oil, agricultural machinery, and large engine cars imported from the U.S. This in retaliation after President Trump announced a 10% tariff on Chinese goods, which took effect after midnight.
It's not just smartphones or other electronics, it's furniture, it's clothing, it's everything that the Chinese produce and that we import.
I think it's a lose-lose. It's just a question of how big the loss. It raises prices, raises inflation, and of course we've been through a very wrenching period globally with high inflation.
Back in 2018, the U.S. and China engaged in a trade war when Mr. Trump raised tariffs on Chinese goods, and China responded. Analysts say China is better prepared this time and put export controls in place in December on key elements. Experts say we depend on China for critical minerals.
Mr. President, what's your reaction to China's retaliatory tariffs?
That's fine. It's fine. We're going to do very well against China and against everybody else.
On Monday, President Trump put plans for tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada on hold for 30 days after he spoke with leaders of those countries.
That would have driven up costs for everyday Americans.
Canada has promised more choppers, drones, and personnel, as well as a new position for a fentanyl czar. Mexico's president has promised 10,000 National Guard troops to help block the flow of drugs and migrants. Governor Hochul Tuesday met with Canadian Consul General Tom Clark.
The trade relationship is critical. The amount of trade, I don't think people can appreciate how that impacts the cost of living in a place like New York, and certainly in Canada.
Trump plans to talk with China's president next.
At the appropriate time. I'm in no rush.
Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
China also said it filed a complaint over the tariffs with the World Trade Organization.